Bruce, that's a hard act to follow. Jennifer was my love of my life, and it was quite a life. I'd first like to read one of the poems, Words Like Leaves. We don't know where the words we say will land, like leaves after a cold fall night, that drop one by one into the stream, where they pause and circle round, until the rippling water carries them away. So do our words, tumble forth and nearby, ears where they may be trapped, like leaves against a rock, or sink, or pass on by, to ever larger waters. The words we say may change the world, or just one person, or even just ourselves for having had the thoughts. Amen. I've got one more. This is the I Hope prayer, and it's dedicated to the Vince Nature Center. You've probably heard it. That everyone who walks these woods, looks out across the river, sees a leaf flutter or a raptor fly, listens to the wind or one of us teach and tell the stories of how natural systems work or don't, of how each life affects another. Will sense the peace of tall trees and quiet water, will feel the passion of those who tend the animals, and the place will connect to something wild inside, an ancient knowing of our place on earth. I want to briefly tell you a history that I have of Jennifer. My family lived in Connecticut, and we decided to move to the Boston area. We moved to Medfield, Massachusetts, about 100 yards from the borderline, to Dover, Massachusetts. And over in Dover, we first went through by a dairy farm that had gone out of business, and then we went by the Norfolk Hunt Club, a horse training business and hunting trial, and then the Rice property appeared, a large piece of land, natural woods, and so forth. I got to know Jennifer somewhat because we would go up there swimming in the summertime. And we would go up there generally on Sunday, and we would bring, my brother and my sister would bring our bathing suits and so forth. And my parents would bring their gin and tonics, and the Rices would come down with martinis. And that was the life of the Rice family. And we never saw the three daughters very often because I don't know whether they didn't like drinking or swimming or playing around with boys in the pond. But anyway, that was the beginning. Eddie Rice took an interest in me in terms of my hunting. He introduced me to ruffed grouse and that natural world, and it was quite a beginning. But Jennifer, I didn't meet her really until she married her husband, and I was married to another woman. I was then president of the Huckleberger Ski Club in New Hampshire, and he became a member of the Huckleberger Ski Club, and that's how Jennifer and I really met. After all those years after the Second World War, during the Second World War and after the Second World War, that we met. Well, that was that. And then he went through a divorce, and then I went through a divorce, and we were available. That availability didn't work out right away, but it did. And when it did, it was a whole new meaning of marriage and relationships and love and the natural world. and I moved up here to her place. I joined Vin's, became part of the building process of where they built now, and it's just a glorious story of Jennifer and Bill Badger as a couple, and I couldn't be more thankful. I'm sorry that she's missing now, but my tears are coming. Thank you very much.